Hey, welcome back to another edition of Everything Football 62. I'm your host, John. Got Big Tex Johnson, a.k.a. Uncle Tex, a.k.a. Professor Tex. Hey, man, this kind of going to be a quick show. Y'all, we already know by the time I did my other show a couple of days ago, I guess that was Thursday when I did my show there. That's when I got all uploaded and everything. I found, I said, man, Le'Veon Bell just got traded to the Chiefs. I didn't even see that coming. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't not that coming. I figured he was gonna definitely probably go either to New England or at least Chicago. I knew he wasn't going to no bum team. He just left from that and whatnot. And dude, I say right when I see he going to the Chiefs, all I can see already is Andy Reid, mad scientist, drawing up stuff. Already see him drawing up stuff because they've never had a back like that. The last back. Now, let me go back a little bit. I was a major Kareem Hunt fan, still am. I really still wish that he was with that team because it really still wish that with that team. Hell of a back. He was making a name for himself. Now he's moved on to the situation we already know. I've already done a show on that. He's over there at Cleveland doing some things over there, especially since Nick Chubb's hurt. He is a starting back in this league. I don't think he can put himself in a nice position to go to another team to get some money and to really put himself in a nice position to be that of one of the top backs that he was getting ready to be after leading the league in rushing his rookie year and being a Pro Bowl, and was having a great second year that year when they actually, like I said, they could have beat the Pats. He was there. He also short, stocky guy, he could grind that ball out. Now you got Le'Veon Bell now coming in there, who was considered probably the best dual threat running back between him, Todd Gurley, Freeman, and them guys like that or whatever, but he was the best. You guys go back and check the archives. I was always talking about Bell. He had that. But one of the things that disturbs me the most about a lot of these different things is as if he was a problem. Bell wasn't a problem. He ended up being a problem, yeah. Messing around with Blunt, and him and they got the Blunt, funny enough, getting popped with weed and everything like that or whatever, and suspension, and one more other time with some weed, and then a little injury and stuff like that. But make no mistake about it, we already know what his value. He's a workhorse, always has been a workhorse. Even in the 4 playoff games that he's played, you're talking about somebody that's rushed for 424 yards. That's a 5.2 yards a carry, and that's almost like a damn near touchdown a game and whatnot, along with 91 yards in receiving. Now, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, you're talking about somebody that can get it done. And he's been rested, took the 2018 season off. Like I said, I can tell you guys before, all money ain't good money. But he had to do what he had to do for his family. He was hoping, probably was told, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. I knew that was a bad move for him going to the Jets. I personally, from a fan standpoint of view of the game, wish he would have stayed there with Pittsburgh. But now he's leaving a Hall of Fame. He left a Hall of Fame quarterback to go to an unproven quarterback, a rookie quarterback. Then on top of that, a bum franchise for right at 40 years. 40, 50 years to be perfectly honest with you. So if you're going to be honest about it, now he goes to a future Hall of Famer and whatnot. He has all the weapons from Kelsey, Hill, Watkins. I mean, come on, dude. And then even the young kid there, that plays that's the running back that took I can't remember the guy's name that opted out this year. And I told you guys about it. Keep on playing around, opting out and playing these games and whatnot. Clyde Edwards Hilaire from out of LSU. Like him, he kind of reminds you of Kareem Hunt, but Kareem Hunt's better coming out of the backfield. Now you got Bell, who can be a bell cow. So not only can he get you them yards coming, you're talking about somebody that was literally averaging at least 1,300 yards rushing a year, okay? 1,300 yards rushing a year and about 700 yards receiving. So you're getting 2,000 yards worth of total offense for those that need that. But he can milk the game away. And that's where they really have a problem. If they're so explosive and whatnot, that's how they make their points. But when you're in a kind of a back and forth, because sometimes it ain't going to always be pretty. And sometimes if Mahomes ain't on, like, as if, that can happen, but it can happen. You can milk that ball away. And you got him coming out the backfield. I mean, they never had that guy that was going to do that. They had Hunt that one year. It was like he was on the up and coming, and then the stuff happened. So they really haven't had that, even with the last year's back who did great in the Super Bowl and whatnot, and whatnot. But he opted out this year. You got he's a rookie. He's still learning, and you got a chance to that Bell. I'm like, hey man, he can give you that. He looked and Bell looked good last week with the thing with the Jets. He had like 12 carries for like 60 yards. So it's like. He stays healthy. Coming out of that backfield, you already know Andy Reid is doing this right here. As soon as they was doing it, when he got released, Andy Reid was doing this right here. because they're last when it comes to rushing. I don't think they last, but they're down at the bottom when it comes to straight rushing because everything is dependent upon Mahomes on, which is fine. But at the same time, if it doesn't have to be, if you can get weapons, have weapons. I don't knock nobody to have all the weapons. People say, oh, well, you got this, you got that. You used to always talk stuff about Dallas. They had the triples. Y'all got this, y'all. Well, hell, why not have them? Have them, then you just make it count when you get in them playoffs and whatnot. But this can be a major problem. I already said, I mean, they ran out of time against the Raiders. The Raiders didn't play the Chiefs didn't play their best ball and whatnot and all this other kind of stuff. And they basically try to keep him out off the field. But now you got somebody that can actually help Mahomes play action because the running game is not really there with them over the past 3 or 4 weeks. It's just going to be Mahomes. So you can just try to tee off and he has to make his miraculous throws and do the stuff that he does. Now you have somebody like, oh, we got Bell here now. Now it's going to take a little bit to try to get used up to everybody in this, that, and the third. But at the end of the day, it's still football. Just different terminology and whatnot. Still got the 5, still got the this hole, that hole. You still, running traps, doing this, whatever needs to be done. 3 hole, 4 hole, 6 hole, 8 hole, whatever. It's the same thing. A sweep is a sweep, just different terminology. A trap is a trap, different terminology. You know what I'm saying? A wheel route, different terminology. Once you get all that stuff down, it's going to be, I'm like, they are going to be a major, if they are already a problem, they're going to be a major problem with him coming out. And then if it's a tight game, he can pound you. 6'1" by 225. He can 6'1", 220, 225. He can pound you. He can pound you. And Bell got a good another 3 or 4 years left. And I'm just, because I was a Bell fan, I said, hey, stay with Pittsburgh. I said, man, because I always thought they should got a ring. But all that mess with Antonio Brown, who now is a footnote, like I told y'all, become a footnote. People don't even think about it. After that kid had that game that he had with Pittsburgh, and he got some wheels, and Juju's coming on, I'm just throwing that out there. I'm just thinking Bell was there. That's all I'm saying. But Bell right now with Mahomes and that fun bunch he got over there, and Andy Reid, I'm like, I think it's getting ready to be wide open. Give it a week or two, he's gonna get ready to be wide open. They go like, if he gets to churning and can mess around and eke out 1,000-yard game, the next 1,000 yards and about 300 or 500 yards, maybe 300-400 yards in the passing game, hey man, they gonna be a problem. Because it's nothing like having play action pass. You already are like, I can come out throwing Kelsey, Hill, Watkins, running reverses, all the trickery, all that other kind of stuff like that, with and all that, and try to sneak a draw in here and there, whatever. Now, if you got a running game to go on with that, now you don't know what to do, and it's just like pick your poison. Now we got to respect the run. With the run, then we gonna load up in the box. Then he gonna go over top. So if you was already coming at him, and he was still getting you because you didn't have much of a running game, what you gonna do now that he has a running game? That's gonna be a problem. I can't wait to see it. I really can't wait to see. Can't wait to see it. It's gonna be. It should be some lights out, and this was probably a wake up call for them. But they have to. I mean, Kansas City problem is they got to get their run defense together. Their pass defense is good. They got good pass rushing. They got the guys getting in secondary, Honey Badger, and guys back there like that. But as for running, they got to get their act together in the tackles and in the linebackers coming up and whatnot, because they getting gashed. They was, like I said, last week before last, they was already going into Oakland 27th ranked against the run. But they're like top 3 or 4 or 5 or something like that when it comes to pass defense. So that kind of took their rank, was like, they ranked 12 overall, something like that. But they're down at the bottom, man, when it comes to that. You can run against them and whatnot. But if hell, you can get Bell to milk it. Then you got to mix Mahomes in that and just milk it and whatnot. You keep the other team off there. You keep the other team off there as well. You can do this. So you can play that same game with them or whatever. Explosive ball control. Mix it all in there together. So yeah, that's getting ready to be a problem. Somebody asked me about how I feel about check this one here out, man. I'm like, it's a problem. Them guys getting ready to be a problem, man. I can't wait to see it. If it comes out the way I think it's going to come out, and Andy Reid doing what Andy Reid does. Listen, Andy Reid finally got it. He always had solid quarterback. Donovan McNabb was his longest quarterback. Had him for the longest time. Good. Super Bowl. 3 NFC championship games. Won, and all this other kind of stuff. A lot of stuff in the NFCs and whatnot. Brought along Alex Smith, did some games, 10-11, a few 11-win season, 10-6, 11-4, stuff like that or whatever, 11-5 or whatever. But then he finally got his guy, and they finally got that ring. Should have 2, but that's another story. With this, hey man, this is getting ready to be something. Hey man, Get back with y'all later. Might come back a little bit later on. Like I tell you guys all the time, there is no GOAT. There's no greatest of all time as long as time is still going on. And like I tell you guys all the time, numbers don't lie and get emotional. People do. You guys have a good one. Take it easy. Enjoy your Saturday. Catch you some college ball.